Hey guys, got some really cool comics right here. I thought we'd go over some, well, let's start. Hey ladies and gents, Rob here. I thought we would go over some books that I think are really good spec picks, good stories, or books that just haven't arrived yet. And some of these books are going to be books that may have been optioned but haven't been through development yet. And as a result, the books have come down in price. I think they're probably good picks. And also some books I have here that I think are just cool. Maybe a cool cover or a really good story. So let's start with the comics. So I think we'll start with some Star Wars comics. And I have a couple here, like for example, Star Wars Darth Maul number 1 of 4. And this is a photo cover, and I believe this is a painted cover, number 1 here. These books can be had for not very much. I think they're about $10 or so, maybe a little bit more. Obviously, they're more degraded. Anyway, we all know in the movie he got killed, but now that Disney Plus is doing all of those series, there's a good chance we're going to see him again. So for those who are new and don't know, I know most of you guys and gals know that they're probably going to bring him back, or you know about Darth Maul. So if you see these books for like $10 or less, you know, either one or the whole series, I think they're worth picking up. I think they're cool covers. Look at that. And I got these for about $5 each. So I think these are probably a good pick. And of course, his first appearance is in Star Wars Episode Issue 3. And I think that's a good book to get too, obviously, as his first appearance. And it goes for a lot more money. All right, this next comic I have here is pretty cool. This is The Legacy of Luther Strode number 1. Now this is probably one of the coolest stories, and this story is not for kids. This is a pretty violent comic series. His first appearance is in the comic called The Strange Talent of Luther Strode. That one will run you $50 plus. That one, I think, is a really good spec. And if you see that one for $50, or if you see it for 40 or 30, get it. That one has been optioned. I love the concept of that story. Looking forward to seeing it when they develop it, or obviously. So if you see that one, get it. There's also this series right here. There's another one too. It's called The Legacy of Luther Strode. So if you see, the one you want to get obviously is the first series, The Strange Talent of Luther Strode. Then there's The Legend of Luther Strode. Then there's a Legacy of Luther Strode. There's also a trade paperback that's worth getting too. I think they're all short printed. And there's also a second printing for the first series. If you see those for a decent price, get those also. This is an awesome read, ladies and gentlemen. Hey guys, if you ever sell your comic collection, I recommend Infinity Comics. They're a great company. They pay fair. They buy collections large or small. If you do contact them, tell me your pal Rob sent you. Now, most of us know that Spawn books are really hot right now, and some of the books are going for a lot of money. There's one I don't see very often, but it's this book right here. This is Spawn issue 61, and this is the first appearance of Jessica Priest. And Jessica Priest becomes, I believe, She-Spawn. So I suggest you get this book. This book, I got this book for, I believe, $2 or $3. I believe it goes for a little bit more. I think it goes for $10 plus. I'm not sure. If anybody knows in the comments, let me know what this book goes for. But anyway, this book is, I think it's a bargain. And it's also a dark cover, you know, so I'm sure it's hard to get 9.8. So if you see this book for a couple dollars, this is probably a good get. Spawn 61. First appearance of Jessica Priest. Okay, there's this book right here. Green Lantern issue 48. This is the first appearance of Kyle Rayner. This book could be had for about $10 to $20 raw. And think about it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first appearance of a well-known Green Lantern, and the book is still a bargain. And we probably are going to see his character in the near future in some kind of Green Lantern series. And this is direct sales. There's also a newsstand issue which goes for more, and there's even a rarer DC Logo Universe variant that's worth getting too. So if you see this book for $10 or even 20. And I know in 9.8 it go for a few dollars more, obviously. It's worth getting. Now, a lot of us know that the 2004 series, Amazing Fantasy, is the first appearance of Anya Corazon, also known as Aranya. Well, there's this book right here, Aranya, The Heart of a Spider, and this is her first solo series. We will see her. How soon, I don't know. I think this book is actually a really good spec. It can be had for about $5 or $10. Sometimes it's even dollar bends. This is the book I would suggest you buy. And if you can find Amazing Fantasy 15, the 2004 series, for like $50 or less, it's like in near mint condition, that's an easy buy. I'll buy that all day long. But meanwhile, if you see this book, which probably has maybe a cooler cover than that one, I suggest you get this book right here. Now, I'm a big horror movie fan, and one of my favorite movies besides Predator is Alien. And this book here, Dark Horse Presents, is The Origin of Aliens. It has a great Queen Alien cover. And for a long time, people thought that this was the first appearance of aliens, and it turned out later on that Alien won, which is an awesome book. If you see that book for a low price, whichever that is, even a low grade, get it. Alien 1 is a classic, almost classic cover, and just a great story. This isn't bad itself. This is The Origin of Alien, and this book goes for about $20 plus, and in 9.8 it goes for, I believe, about 150 plus, maybe 200 plus, because I don't have one. Anyway, and I know that the Alien #1 in 9.8 goes for, I believe it's somewhere in the $2,000 to $3,000 range plus. So if you see any of these books in any grade and they're like $10 or less, I suggest you get them, because I think these are really good specs. All right, guys, back to Star Wars again. All right, one of my favorite characters in Star Wars is Dr. Aphra, and I have one of her really cool covers right here. This book got popular during the Mandalorian series. They thought a character in Mandalorian who was wearing a outfit from the Empire, they thought it was her. This book got real popular. This book thing hit $40 at one time. So I think any of her really cool cover appearances are worth getting. I think this is one of them right here. So if you see this book for a couple dollars, even though it's not her first appearance, sometimes covers can be real popular and they can actually be of value. Also, any covers with the two droids, BT-1000, I think are worth getting too, because they're part of the package up with her. So if you see this book or any other really cool covers with her, they're probably worth getting. And of course, by now you all know my favorite spec, really cool story, I think has so much potential. It's going to be Canto #1. Now, this is the second printing. It isn't the first printing. The first printing, raw, goes for a high grade, because a lot of the books were damaged. It goes for about 200 plus to 300 plus, depending on how much damage or how good the book looks. And 9.8, that book goes for over $1,000. And this book here can be had for about $50 plus, and I think it's a really good spec because it's a lower print run book. The Canto 1 first print has about a 6,000, I think 300 or 400, print ordered by, I think, retailers. This one has 3,000 and change copies ordered, and of course the third print, which is the lowest print run, has about 2,000 in change print orders or copies ordered. So if you see any of those books, these can be had for a bargain. These are the lower print run, and normally, of course, the first print has the best cover, but this one and the third print have a lower print run. So for $50, if this character who has been optioned, if this story, if the series or movie is as good as I think it's going to be, this is going to be a steal. Hey guys, I hope you got a good value out of this video, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions about the comics, the prices, the video, or anything else, put that in the comment section below. And guys, that'll do it for today. I will see you soon.